from this particular
share
page.
now?
On your page. There you go, baby girl.
I go to your page first, right?
Yes. Yes. Okay. If you talk, they're going to be able to hear you, so get ready. I got you going on right now. Just got to get some people to tune in right now, okay?
Okay.
That's right. It's up and rolling, so it's showtime now. The countdown is on. Breast Cancer Month, okay? We're about to bring the awareness to the forefront. In less than 6 minutes. 6 minutes and counting. In case you saw that, the name of the drink I was drinking, I'm not sponsoring it. I'm not being sponsored by anybody, okay?
What you drinking?
Cam, a drink from a particular restaurant. I'm gonna tell you, Shane's Rib Shack. When you come down here, Belinda, I'm gonna let you try it, okay?
Okay.
All right, it's almost showtime. Bringing Breast Cancer Awareness Month to the forefront. Episode 1. It's only episode 1. We got a couple of more episodes to go. Hello, Facebook land. Hello, YouTube land. Hello, everybody on social media, okay? I need somebody to make a comment. Say hello back to me. Let me know that you're there. Let everybody know that you're on board right now, that you tuned in. Special guest Belinda. Belinda's gonna be ready the first episode. Belinda's gonna be ready for the first episode of breast cancer. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? I'm bringing it in with a bash right now, okay? Starting the show off right. Romello, what's going on, Mello? Hey, Mello's my contact, man. Mello know everybody. Yeah, Mello's from New York. Mello knows everybody. I got to meet what's her name from Saturday Night Love from Mello. Chubb Rock and a few other people. I forgot who sing with Alexander O'Neill on Saturday Night Love. Oh, shucks, Dave, my man Dave been tuning in. Dave, you know I got to get you on this show once, Dave. You know that. Dave. What's up, Michelle? Nothing but love for my cousin up north, St. Louis, right? Rob, we gotta connect. I need you on the show, Rob. We gotta connect. Make sure, Rob. All right? I need you on the show, Rob. That's right, Dave says Sherelle. Romello. Mello got me to meet Sherelle from Saturday Night Love. Alexander O'Neill. Yeah. Thanks, Rob. Thanks. That's right. Count down 3 minutes to showtime, Belinda. I hope you're ready.
I'm trying. I'm getting there.
You ready. You got this. B? Let them know what's coming in for. Your energy is good. I'm loving it. You know what I mean?
I'm trying, Reggie. I'm trying.
I got you. Okay. It's about to go down. Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you for the magazine. I got it today, Miss Cameron. I got the magazine. I saw my ad in there. And I think I'm going to keep it and put it in a plastic wrapper or something like that. Yeah, you're right, Dave. I was the host that night for Sherelle. Sherelle was singing live in concert thanks to you, Romello. Mello, much love. What's up, Cassie? I need to get you on the show. I need you. That's up north. I need some more gems. My spiritual advisor, Cassie. What's up? Bernice, hello, Bernice. You got this, B. You got this. You got this. We're bringing breast cancer awareness to the forefront, and you're going to be a big part of that movement with episode 1. That's right. Hello, Facebook and YouTube land. I want everybody to share this video right now from my page. Share this video because it's going to impact somebody, it's going to motivate them, and it's going to inspire them. Share this video right now if you can. Get my last sip to get my throat ready, okay? Because it's about to go down in less than a minute. It's about to go down. Oh, Chuck. Oh, she's the best. Show up. Oh, Chuck. I got somebody who's going to share it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, because it's going to help somebody. It's going to impact somebody's life, believe it or not. It's all about helping. Paying it forward. It's all about helping and paying it forward. And next month, I'm covering domestic violence next month. I got another little bit more domestic violence, although this is domestic violence month as well. And abuse, child abuse. Got a show coming up on child abuse. Oh, shucks. Mean Michael then tuned in. Thanks for your support, Mike. I really appreciate it. All right. Welcome to the Mr. He Got Game and Friends podcast. Today we breaking it in. We bringing you Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I want everybody to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel because that's how I continue to make more videos like this. Breast cancer is important, so I wanted to bring this show on because not too many people talk about it. Well, not too many men at least talk about it. So I want to help bring awareness to this subject. And today I got special guest Belinda. What's going on, Belinda? How are you doing?
I'm good.
And first and foremost, I want to say congratulations to all the breast cancer survivors. Keep striving, make awareness, put it out there, and just keep motivating others to do the same thing. So, Belinda, you want to give a little brief description about yourself? You want to let people know a little bit about you?
Well, I'm Belinda Whitley. Married to my wonderful husband, Greg Whitley, for almost 23 years. We have a total of 4 children together, 11 grandkids. And I'm here. I'm a 8-year breast cancer survivor.
Okay. So you done got right into it. Congratulations on surviving 8 years. I applaud you for that, and I applaud you for coming on the show. And although you're a little nervous, but we're going to make it happen. You're worldwide now. Say hello to social media land real quick, okay?
I know, right?
Okay. What year were you diagnosed with breast cancer? Let me ask you that question.
2013.
2013?
Yes.
Okay, when you were diagnosed, what was your first reaction? Honest reaction. Yeah, what was your first reaction when you were diagnosed?
I couldn't believe it.
You couldn't believe it?
When they said it, I just paused. I looked at Greg, my husband, and from the time I wanted to cry at that moment, but the minute I got to the doors to exit out the actual hospital, I cried from the time I made it to the door to the time we got home. Because I couldn't believe that was happening to me.
And was it because your first thought was death instantly, or?
It wasn't so much death. It was more so just cancer, period.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. And when you told your husband, being that he was the first person, was he with you there when you were
He
diagnosed?
was there with me. That's why I said we walked to that door and I just broke down. I just cried.
And what was his response, I guess?
I think he was in shock as well because actually I had a scare the year before that and I had to go back and they were saying that they saw something. I had to go back, have more tests done, more pictures taken. And when we got done, it was like, no, you're good. Whatever was there is gone. So we went and had celebrated because his thing was, to me, was oh no, that's not our life. We're not gonna. That's not part of our life. That's
I
not
got
what
you.
we're gonna go through.
I
And
got you.
so then when it happened the following year, it was like a shock. Like we couldn't believe it. It was like unbelievable.
So
And we had to deal with that. And then I never forget the main thing that sticks out with my husband when he said it. Once I had it, I didn't want to talk to anybody that day. He made all the phone calls and did everything. And I never forget, he said, you don't have breast cancer. We got breast
I
cancer.
got
Like
you.
he was in it with me. No matter what I went through, he was going to be there. And I guarantee you, every appointment I had, every meeting I had, he was every single one. He didn't miss a beat.
I got you. Now that's my first cousin. I will put that out there. That's my first cousin, so it runs in the blood. So everybody wants to know, hey, Reggie, 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 Reggie. Yeah,
Yeah.
we were raised by a good man. But let me ask you this: so he was the first one you told. Who
Mhm.
told who told the information to your son, Chris and Jose, and your other two kids, Greg? And
Greg, my
yes,
husband took care of everything. I couldn't talk to anyone. I just wasn't there to, I was still trying to deal with it myself. It was so overwhelming. And just the thought of knowing that I didn't know what to expect, what I was going to go through, what I had to look forward to. So he was my right hand man. Like when it came to appointments and stuff, I was in the appointments. I went to every meeting,
yes.
but I'm not going to lie to you. When they were talking to me, I didn't know nothing they were saying to me. I wasn't
You
comprehending.
were mentally out
It's
of it in
like
so
it
many
went in one
words.
ear and it went out the other ear. He was there to when we left there to tell me, well, they said this or they said that. Because I really I checked out.
How did your kids respond when they found out the news?
They um it was hard for all of them, all four of them. It was hard and but they were there for me. They was there for the day of my surgery. So it was hard I think for everyone, but it was something that I knew I had to get through for not just for myself, but for my
Yes,
kids
yes,
and my family and my husband. We had to fight through this.
yes. How did your sister and your mom respond?
My sister, my mom, let me start off with my mom. It was very hard for her. She called every day, which she still do, but it's like she was trying to make sure I was okay. And sometimes you had those moments where I was crying myself. My sister, um, I knew she didn't know how to deal with it, and it was so hard for her that she didn't know how to come to me or what to say to me because she really didn't know what I was going. She knew what I was going through, but she didn't really know exactly what to say, what to do. But she was there the best she knew how. She was just as afraid as I think I was.
Okay, what
Yeah.
what what initially made you get checked for what made you go to get checked for breast cancer? Was it just a regular routine or did you initially feel a lump or anything to that nature?
No, I didn't feel a lump at all. What happened was because I always had, not to be funny, I was always known to have big breasts even through high school. So
Okay,
when my
always
doctor,
taunted and teased, right?
yeah, right, really. But
Yes.
when I was in my 30s, my
Okay.
doctor recommended me start getting mine early. So I was getting them every year. So
Okay.
that's why when I said the year before, when I finally was diagnosed, they thought they saw something. And then because I always had large breasts, so I was always getting them early anyway. So I was going every year. So even when they found it, I never had a lump until
Okay.
after the biopsy came along. I never felt anything. And then once they did my biopsy, that's when the lump appeared.
Did you go into a state of the depression?
I did. I will be honest with you. It was after the surgery, and I was going to my gynecologist, and she was the sweetest lady ever. I still love her to this day. But one day I went in there and I sat there and all I did was cry. I couldn't talk. I didn't say anything. I just cried, and she just looked at me and she was like, "What's wrong?" I said, "I don't know." And I just cried. I cried. I cried. I cried. And she wanted to put me on some antidepressant pills. And I was going to go for it at first. And then I looked at Greg, because of course he was sitting right there. And he looked at me and he's like, "No, we're not doing that." He said, "You don't need that." And I didn't do it. Thank God I didn't do it though. But it was at that point, I was going through so many different emotions and mood swings. And one minute you wanted to give up, one minute you wanted to fight. And it's like, because of my husband, my kids, my sister, my mom, close friends, I actually had a support team that was there for me through it all. And I think that's what helped me get through it. And I never forget, I can't not mention my sister. She's my sister-in-law, but she's really my sister. I don't believe in the in-law thing.
All right, I
Michelle.
need to know the name. Name
Right, Michelle, my
it.
sister Michelle, because she had
Yes.
already been through it. So any question I had, anything I was going through, I called her
Okay.
and she helped me through it. And even when I had my surgery, she came up for my surgery. She was
Wow.
here for me.
Wow.
Yeah, because like I said, when I was going through it, I was lost. And if it wasn't for her, there was times where I didn't know what to do. I just didn't know where to go. I almost gave up. I was at that point. And me and her, I would call her for different things, and she helped me through a whole lot. She really did. So I can't thank her for that because she really went through it, and I knew who to call because I knew she already been through it.
Did you ever second guess the doctor's diagnose? Did you ever say, well, maybe I need to get a second opinion because this can't be true?
Honestly, I didn't. And even though my mom did tell me you need a second opinion,
Okay.
she did. And for some reason, because they scared me the year before anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So when it happened this time and they showed me on the screen what they saw, and I'm looking at it myself, I'm like, no. And the good thing about mine, though, and I'm grateful for,
Yes.
they caught it so early. I was only in stage 0.
Okay.
So mine's never even released out my milk duct. Nobody knows what that means, but it never made it to get outside the actual milk duct of my breast anyway. But it's still, I had to go through all the radiation and everything else, though, too. So it was, yeah, but yeah, I didn't second guess it at all. In my mind, I kept saying,
Okay.
I got to do something. I got to fight this.
But besides the lumps, are there any other signs that you're aware of, whether it could be physically, mentally, or any other signs that you know of that could make a person aware that they may have breast cancer?
The main key is doing a breast exam every month. And if you feel anything that's not normal, you need to call your doctor. Normally, it's mainly the lump. And
I got you.
like I said, for me, I never had a lump. I went in for my exam,
Okay.
and that's when they told me to come back in, and I had to do more pictures and more X-rays and this and that. And that's when they found it. I really didn't feel my lump until they did my biopsy, where they had to go in and make sure it was cancer. And
Okay.
after that, that's when my lump appeared.
Was there any pain? You feel any pain?
No, no,
O-
no.
Okay. And now, what was your motivation after you acknowledged you had breast cancer? After you went through the depression, what motivated you to come out of it and say, "Hey, I'm not going to give up on life. I need to do something to keep living. I'm not going to let breast cancer win."
Honestly, my kids, my husband, my sister, my mom, the grandkids, in my life, to me, it was not my time to go. I would refuse to say I'm giving up. Even though I had my moments, don't get me wrong, Reggie, I'm not gonna lie and say there was days where I would sit at home and I'm just like, I can't do this. This is too much. It's like it was overwhelming. But I kept saying to myself, girl, you better fight. You better fight. Because like I tell anybody that know me say, I always say, if the good Lord let me live to see 100 years old, that's all I'm asking for. Just 100. I want to live to be 100 years old. But I don't want nothing to be wrong with me. I want to be healthy, doing my thing. But I just wasn't ready to give up on my life.
And let me ask you a question. You received treatment, right?
Yes.
What type of treatment did you receive, and explain? Was it painful, or how did the treatment affect you? Did it discourage you from currently continuing to get treatment, or let's just discuss the treatment portion of it?
Okay, actually, because they caught mine so early, I was only in stage 0. I only had to go through radiation, but radiation lasted for 2 months. I had to be there every single day I never forget the time, 8 o'clock in the morning at St. Mary's Hospital, every day for treatment. And it got to the point towards the end of my treatment, the last 3 treatments, my skin, she said I was a rare case. It doesn't happen often, but I
Okay.
was one of the rare cases where the radiation had started burning my skin to where I was like a burn victim. Like my
And where
skin
was
was
it burning at? What part of your body was it burning?
on my actual breast where they was doing the
Okay.
radiation.
Okay. Okay.
And so it burned so bad to where I was considered a burn victim, where she had to stop my last 2 treatments
Okay.
to start another type of treatment to heal my skin. So I literally was at home with, I couldn't wear clothes because it was anything that touched it was burning. It was
Yeah.
hurting.
It was a
So I would
reaction. You
walk
had some
around,
type of
honestly,
reaction.
I ain't gonna lie to you, I was walking around with a sheet on and I didn't want to see anybody because that was one of my down moments where people didn't understand, where it wasn't that I didn't want to see you, but
Yes.
because of the
Yes.
condition I was in, I didn't want to see anybody. Sometimes I just wanted to be by myself and I would just cry by myself because the pain was just so unbearable. My skin was burned. It
And what
was
were your
burned.
thoughts? What were your thoughts at that particular point? Did you say, "Well, damn, maybe I can't receive this treatment; that it might be over"?
The good thing about it, and I'm trying not to cry though, but the good thing about it, because it happened towards the end of my treatment, so when she stopped my radiation, it was okay because I only had 2 more left. But by that time, like I said, my skin had burned to where it was like literally falling off.
Okay, and so was after you got done with treatment, did you make any changes to your lifestyle, anything to that nature?
Um, Not so much a change. It was more so all I wanted to do was heal. My focus was healing on my breast because it was, if anybody could have saw it, my husband saw it, but it wasn't a good sight.
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. So you got past the burn. When did it start healing? Did it start healing on its own, or how did the healing transpire as far as the items and the clothing items that you put on? They didn't irritate you anymore.
Well, I went to the point where she went, and she had, my actual oncologist had to do some research and find something that she could put on it to actually heal my skin. So she found this. It was a real huge patch. It had like honey and oatmeals. It had all kind of stuff in it, so it would stay on me even through my showers. I had to leave that on. So by the grace of God, thank God, it finally did start healing because I had to leave that patch on, and then when I would take a shower, I would take it off and put a new one on. So she had to actually do a research to find out what could she give me
I got you.
to
I got
heal me
you.
because I was
Yes.
like a burn victim. Yeah.
Yes. Now, was it something natural or was it a product? Do you know what she gave you?
It was like I said, it was, all I can say, Reggie, it was a patch. It was a huge patch. And
Yes.
inside that patch had whatever it needed to have in there to heal me. Like I said, I knew honey was in there and it was something else, but I would leave that on me.
So it's
Even
pretty
through,
much like holistic. So it wasn't
yeah,
anything over the counter. It was something that
no,
she put together.
no, it wasn't something she put together, something she found
Okay.
that she
Okay.
gave me to
And
use for to heal my
and what
skin.
was her name again? Get a shout out. She's in
Dr.
Wisconsin.
Shaw, Dr. Shaw at St. Mary's Hospital is the best.
And
I love her.
I'm full of surprises, right? And
Yeah.
unfortunately, I couldn't surprise you. I tried to get Kelly, which is
Mhm.
your best friend, to come on. I couldn't get
Mhm.
Kelly to come on because why?
She went to the Bucks game, but I know the next best, 2 best persons you could have got.
Who?
My sister
Yeah,
and Michelle.
I couldn't get in touch with your sister Michelle. Michelle wanted you to do it, so since I couldn't
I
get
know.
Kelly, I just
Mhm.
want you to pay attention.
Surprise, bestie. I love you. I'm so sorry I can't be on the call, but I just wanted to let you know I am so glad and thankful that God has blessed you from being cancer free. I love you to death. Besties for life. And let's keep it cancer free forever. I love you.
I got a
Oh,
live
that
from
was
the
so
Bucks
sweet.
game. Live
So
from the
sweet.
Bucks game.
So
I
sweet.
interrupted her, so she's at the Bucks game today, and she
Yeah,
decided,
yeah.
So did you change anything? I mean, did you change the way you eat, or have you changed the way your diet, your meals, or anything to that nature?
Honestly, that was the main key. She stressed that to me so much, and so I did. In the beginning, change. Try to eat healthier, eat better, and then I fell out because at that moment, even after I was free from my date was March 29th, is my actual cancer-free day. I was diagnosed on March 9th. They did the surgery on the 29th, which was a Good Friday that year. And the doctor told me he would be calling me that weekend to let me know if they got all the cancer out. So when I got that call on Saturday saying that they got it all out, my actual cancer-free day, which was the day of my surgery, which was March 29th of 2013. So I tried my best to try to eat right, but when you still got to deal with the aftermath of
Correct.
the treatments, the radiation, the just overall your emotions, the you go through so much. And people really would never understand this unless you've been in my shoes. And people that's been through it, me and my sister Michelle said all the time, nobody really understands how hard this is until you walked in our shoes. And I
And
wish it on nobody. But like I said, I used to question why me, and then I had to stop and say, why not me? Because through this, Reggie, I'm not gonna lie, I have helped a whole lot of people because they say. So I had a cousin who passed away like a couple of years ago, but because of me and my inspiration is keeping her going, I helped her not to stop fighting. She kept fighting. I have people to this day, like I got a friend named Shay. I have so many people that, because of me, they say they kept fighting because they wanted to give up. But I send them positive messages, positive prayers. I just sent a text saying, I'm thinking about you. Don't give up the fight. I always have something positive to say, and I have impacted so many people's lives that's why I say, why not me? My testimony is good enough to help somebody else out.
because that's what people need during those
They
times. Am I
need
correct?
that. You need that because
What
there's a
what do they need more than anything?
prayer support. You need a support system because I had that. Like to this day, I have a group of girls that's from day one been there to where every year we get together and it might be dinner, we meet somewhere, and I always give a gift to them because they've been there from day one. When I say they've been there through it all. And so for me, you need that. And even there was times when I was going through it though, and I
Mm-hmm.
would say I felt alone. Even though I knew I wasn't alone, I
Correct.
felt so alone. And then it was like, but you're not, but you had to catch yourself because, and I think that's when I was going through that state of depression. Because even though I knew people were there, I felt like nobody was there for me.
I understand that
Nobody.
completely. I understand that
Yeah.
completely. Does the group have a name, or you just basically in
Yeah,
your group?
I actually got a shirt on.
Okay.
It's
No,
called,
no. What does it say?
it's
Lean up a
called,
little bit.
we are called, when we go to the Susan G. Komen walk, we do this every year. The last 2 years, we have not been able to do it because of COVID, and the year before that because I fractured my foot. But we are called the Pinkalicious Posse, and we walk faithfully. I have so many team members on my team where we walk every year at the Susan G. Coleman's breast cancer walk here at the lakefront.
Okay. I need you to stand up. I need you to stand up so people can read that shirt. I need you to
Wait,
show it. At least aim the camera down or something.
wait a minute. Let me see if you can see it. We did this.
All right. I see it. And I forgot to mention, I'm going to throw this little plug in there. You can sit down now, Belinda. We're going to throw this little plug in there. Did you make that T-shirt? Because you do make T-shirts. Am I right?
Yes, me
That's
and my husband did this shirt.
okay. Now, another question I want to ask you. At one point, when we said, okay, I'm gonna survive this? At one point, did you become an advocate that you want to help people?
Actually, right after I finished radiation,
Yes.
Actually, you know what? Even going through that, I still was there for certain people that I knew had found out they had breast cancer. But I
Okay.
really went hard after I went through my radiation for 2 months, and I kept. And to this day, I never forget my sister
Okay.
Birdie. I call her Birdie, but everybody
Birdie.
else know her as Mozella.
And
She
hopefully y'all got a podcast coming soon, but go ahead.
Yes, we do. We got
Okay.
to get together on that too. But
Yes.
she was the one who always used to tell me, and I have a lot of people tell me this, but she always said, "You attract people. People love coming to you. You need to step out and do what you need to do."
Amen. Amen.
She
That's
told
right.
me that. She
That's
always
right.
told me that, and I was kept telling her, like, for real. She was like, "Girl, you attract people all the time," and I
And
was like. And don't get me wrong, I'm so nervous when it comes to stuff like this. But when I do things, people always say, "Girl, you did good. You was just you like you always say, you're natural."
because
To
I had to
me, I'm
beg
not
you. I had to beg
right.
you to come on this show, but go
You're
ahead.
right, because you know how I am. I even though people tell me this all the time, but my sister always tell me, like, you attract people. People love being with you. They like being around you. And like I said, I'm not gonna lie, I have helped a whole lot of people that has found out they had breast cancer. And I would talk to them and I would text them, I would call them just to see where they at. If I can help them, I'm gonna help them. If I don't have the answer, I'm gonna
Yes.
send them somewhere they can find the answer to. Because like I said, when I went through it, I was just like overwhelmed to where if my husband wasn't there,
Yes.
I would be lost to this day. And I'm
Okay.
not gonna lie, my husband Greg stepped up and was the ear for me because I just was going through so much. I couldn't accept the fact that I was dealing with breast cancer for a month.
I got you. I got you. It's in our blood. It's in our blood. Can I tell you one more thing, Belinda?
Mm-hmm.
I got somebody else that want to talk about you.
Oh my God, who?
Look,
What up,
Oh
Pookie?
my God.
What up,
Hey,
Pookie
baby.
Pookie?
Hey, brother. Hey.
Dr.
What's
Tony
going on, sis?
Woodley.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Good. You doing your thing on here, dude. You doing good, girl. Don't talk about you nervous. You don't know what you're
I
doing.
am. You
You
know,
on here
Tony, I'm
doing your
nervous.
thing.
I know you. Look, I'm waiting on you to put me on your show. I know you want to put me on the show too, but you know I'm nervous though.
Okay,
I
now, now,
got you.
now,
I got you.
Tony, who's Belinda to you, so the people will know?
Well, if they want to do it in legal terms, she's my sister-in-law. We don't do the in-law thing. That's my
No, we don't.
sister. That's my sister, and I am responsible. I am the responsible party for hooking her and my brother together. I brought them together.
Remember,
All
you
right, all
found out
right.
you didn't, Tony. Remember?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, so
Yeah,
no, this is my sister.
yeah.
And and Reggie, we family. You my cousin. Me
Correct,
and Reggie
correct,
is like brothers. We don't even call each we brothers, but
correct.
this is a very close knit family. So shout out to Pookie, Belinda Whitley. So proud of you being on here and just being able to come in for a moment and just give you your props and bring more awareness to what's going on with this breast cancer. It's a very important subject matter. My other sister Michelle was affected by it, and so I'm just thankful that she decided to come on here and share her testimony with you all to help many people that need help in this area.
Now, Tony, you had your podcast before mine. I do definitely want you to say something about
Can
your
I say something? No,
podcast.
he really. Can I say something first?
Go ahead, go ahead, go
He
ahead, go
really
ahead.
did hook me and Greg up because I never forget me and Tony was on the phone talking at the job, and
Yes,
Greg was in
Yeah,
the background, and Tony
yes.
hooked that. He did. I almost cussed, but I stopped myself. But he did hook that up. I ain't gonna lie.
that's good. That's good.
Well, hey, it was a good hookup, man. How many
It
years have y'all
was,
been married again so
It'll
far?
be
man.
20. It'll be 23 years.
23
November
years.
7th.
Sure will. Yes,
Hey, so
yes.
everybody need to check my DNA, okay? That's my first cousin right there. First cousin on the video, and that's first cousin that's been married to her. Everybody think it's just me. No, no, no. It's
Yeah,
in the DNA. It's in the
it's in
blood.
our DNA. It's in our DNA. Yes, sir.
And Tony, tell everybody about your show real quick, the 9.0.
Well, I appreciate you, man. First of all, shout out to you, Mr. He Got Game, my cousin. Thank you for having us on here, man. We are the Movement Underground 9.0. We broadcast every Sunday morning at 10 o'clock Central Standard Time. The reviews that have come on the show is growing greatly. We're about to celebrate a year here coming up next month. But the reviews, they've been labeling us as Urban Church or the Breakfast Club of the Kingdom. But what we like to say is that we're real people serving a real God, having real church. We listen to real music. We like to have fun. We laugh, and we put all that in the show. We have guests from the community. We have guests that do gifts and sing and R&B and hip hop. And we just have a lot of fun. And the most important thing we do, we share the word of God in the midst of all that. And we have a good time with the broadcast. So thank you for having us on here, cuz.
Ain't no problem. And thank you for coming on and giving Belinda this surprise because
Thanks,
I.
Yeah.
bro. Thank you. Thank
All
you.
right. Thank
Yeah.
you, Tony, man. Love you, cousin.
All
All
right,
right.
man. Love both of y'all. Love both of y'all. Talk to y'all soon. Peace
Okay.
out.
All
Okay.
right. All right. Now, Belinda,
Yes.
if there's anything you want anybody to know that's been recently diagnosed with breast cancer, what advice would you give them?
Honestly,
Yes.
prayer. Have faith in God. That's what got me through it. When I went through it and when I found out, me and my husband made a playlist of songs that got me through what I was going through. And I would listen to this CD every day. Um, have a support system, have people there that's genuinely there for you, that's going to be there for you no matter what you're going through. And then, like I said, there's moments where you might not want to be bothered with anybody, but you still know those people are there for you. If you picked up the phone to call them, you want to make sure you always, the prayer is the most important thing to get you through it. Prayer, prayer, prayer. Because sometimes you want to give up. You don't realize what you're going through. You like, what? I got to, then they tell you one thing and then you hear something else and now you got to go through this. And it's like, I can't do this. Like you want to give up. You really want to give up sometime. And then you think about, for me, I thought about, like I said, our 4 kids, the grandkids, my husband, my mom, my sisters. It's like you think about people that's important to you. And even my mother-in-law, she was there for us that I didn't even know till my husband told me some things that I didn't even know was going on. Because when I was diagnosed, I had my own daycare. Okay. And I had my daycare for 12 years. And when I got diagnosed with breast cancer, I lost my whole business because my health was more important. I had to be at the hospital every single day for 2 months. So my parents, they dealt with me long as they could, and I couldn't get mad at them. And I told them, well, because I worked by myself, they had to do what they had to do because they still had to work too. So when I say going from 2 house income to
Yes.
one,
That's a
because
struggle.
there was nothing I could do. Me and my husband, we struggled.
Yes.
When
But
I
that's
say
love.
we struggle, but to this day, we made it. We made it regardless of who was there, who wasn't there, nobody. And I didn't expect, and my husband's like, you can't expect everybody else's life to stop because of our stop. And I
Correct.
knew that. And I had to, when he said that, it rung a bell for me because in my mind, I'm like, what are we gonna do? I tried to make deals with and call certain companies to say, well, I got breast cancer. Can we put this off? And they weren't trying to hear none of
They don't
that.
care. All they want is their money. That's the only thing
Right.
they
And
want their
so
money.
when you go from making this so much money a month to zero, and now you only got this one income coming in.
Yes.
But I did find out there was certain people that did step in to help, which was, thank God I found that out years ago. My husband never told me. He didn't want me to. My husband's the type where he already knew I was going through a lot. So
Okay.
don't add more stress on stress.
Correct.
And
Correct.
even
Correct.
though my husband went through a whole lot, and thank God for him to this day, because he dealt with so much trying to make sure I was okay. And so for him, he went through what he went through, and he didn't want to put no more stress on me. So whatever he had to do to make this work, he made it happen.
And that's working 7 days a week. Am I correct?
I could thank you. 10 days, 10 hours a day, weekends, all that. And there was times, like I said, I wouldn't sit on here and lie to anybody and say that we didn't struggle at that moment. We had
Yes.
moments where we had to struggle, but God knew where our heart was. He saw us through it. To this day, we're still okay, regardless of what happened. I'm
Now,
still here.
go ahead.
I'm still here. My husband's still here. He's still doing. He's still a workaholic, but at that moment, even though I knew my husband was going through it, he didn't know what to. He had his moments where he probably didn't know what to do. He was
Hmm.
going through. He had his crying moments without me. He didn't want me to see it, but I know he had them at night by himself because we was going through a lot. We
Yeah.
was going through a whole lot, and to go from making so much money to making nothing, But I had to worry about my health. My health was more important than my
Now,
job at that
now I know you mentioned that your husband told your family members and friends. Now,
point.
what would you recommend to other people that may not want to tell their family members? Because a lot of people just may want to keep it quiet and keep it to themselves because they don't want to put stress or want anybody to know their business.
I put it like this. When you're going through something like breast cancer or any type of cancer, there's no such thing as it's just your business. You need that. They need to know because you can't do this by yourself. Thank God you pray. Thank God for the Lord above. I'm not going to lie to you. Thank God for that. But there's no such thing as you can do this by yourself. We all need somebody when we're going through something.
Okay, and one other question I want to ask you: if you're a friend or family member of someone that has cancer, what would you tell them to do? I guess
What did you say?
if you're a friend or a family member and you know someone that has cancer, whether it be your family member or a good friend of yours, what advice would you give them for that person that has cancer?
Okay, well, I actually have friends, and I have close friends, and I call them my nieces that's going through it. I have friends that has been through it after me, and like I always tell them, I'm here for them. You always want to prayer and having faith gets you through. Never give up. Never give up the fight. Don't give up. Don't let the devil win this. You can get through this. No matter what, even when you feel you can't get through it,
Yeah,
you can get through this through faith, through support, through family and friends. Never think you don't need nobody. You need somebody. There's no way you can make it by yourself.
I want to thank you for coming on the show, Belinda. You did a phenomenal job. I can't wait till you look back and look at this video again and see how amazing job you did. But you forgot to get one person to shout out that did support you.
You?
No, Cuddles. Let everybody know who
Oh,
Cuddles is.
you know,
Let
Cuddles
everybody,
right here looking at me right now.
show everybody Cuddles.
Come here, Cuddles. Cuddles right here looking in my face right now. Want me to pick her up? Wait a minute. Come here. Come on. Here's my baby.
And how old is Cuddles again?
Cuddles is 12 years old.
Wow, 12 years old.
Here's Cuddles.
The Cuddles helped you. Did Cuddles really help you? I mean, just having that
Listen,
support
no,
factor.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Yes.
After I had surgery, the day I had surgery, and I went to bed that night, Cuddles literally had to sleep in the bed with me because she knew something wasn't right. Trust me, dogs know when
Yes.
something is wrong.
All
They
right.
know.
All right. Next
Yeah.
time I come over, hope Cuddles don't bark at me. But thank you for doing this video. Thank you for helping others and inspiring and
Thank you.
motivating. And I can't wait till you get your show together. I cannot
Yes.
wait.
Yeah.
I'm having it. And Belinda, we love you. Tell social
Yeah.
media bye. But I'm having episode 2 next week, and Keena's coming on. So be ready for episode 2. But Belinda, I love you again. I gotta say it again. I have to tune in to you again. And
Love you
thank you for
too.
tuning in, everybody on Facebook, social media, YouTube, wherever you tuned in at. I love you as well. Like and subscribe to the channel. I want you to do that. Also, make comments on the YouTube channel because that helps me continue to make videos like this. See you later. Love you, everyone. And thanks again for tuning in.
Thank you.
Share the video. Don't forget to share this video.
That's right.